question number 19. It says, what should we hope for from the goodness of God?
Everything. Because there is no other source of good apart from God. As Christ said to the inquirer, no one is good but God alone, in the absolute sense. Therefore, from the goodness of God, we should hope to receive the graces we need to live a life of love for God and for our neighbor, for God's glory. That is, God will not fail to give us the helps we need in order to do what we should. He doesn't give us impossible commands. As is said in Moses told the people of Israel in Deuteronomy, I think it's chapter 30, this law that I give you is not above your strength. It isn't far away from you. It is possible because I'll give you the means to observe them. So we can look up to God to give us the helps we need to live meaningful lives. That means lives according to Him. Because if life is not according to God, it isn't meaningful. So we can rely on God for that. We can rely on God to help us out of our many difficulties. He never promised we will not have difficulties in life or suffering, but He promised to give us all the help we need in order to take it all as Christ did and Mary did. They are our models.
So the cross is not so bad. I mean, the cross can make us saints, can't it?
Indeed, if we want saints, then we must have cross. If we want Easter Sunday, we must have Good Friday. Christ carried His cross, and He said, if you want to be my disciple, you take up your cross and follow me. Our cross will always be smaller than His. We must not pretend that we are suffering more than He. And God will never allow us to be tempted beyond our strength. But to suffer a bit is part of the road to Calvary. That means to salvation. Christ suffered. His Blessed Mother Mary suffered. Two more innocent human beings never existed on earth. If there were anything radically wrong with suffering, if it were meaningless, Christ would not have suffered, nor His mother. That they, innocent, suffered should convince us who are not innocent that at least we should be willing to carry our little cross and follow Christ. The saints have shown us that it pays.
So when we are carrying our crosses in our state in life, the sorrows that we encounter, and offer them back to God, that gives us that strength to grow in our faith.
Yes, and not only the sufferings, we take also the joys. God gives us not only cross, He gives us cakes too, and we thank Him for those too. We must not forget those. If I look back at my personal life, I think I have had many more pleasant things given me by God than the unpleasant ones. Right. I thank Him for both, and I try to receive both from Him. When pleasant things come, I try not to concentrate on myself. And when unpleasant things come, the same. I try to see His hand in each. It does not mean that we go looking for suffering. But when it does come, we do what we can to reduce it, but we don't go mad. Christ didn't go mad. And He didn't run away. His apostles ran away. They rallied afterwards.
Right.